First it was UK regulators, then it was the FTC, now it's 10 random guys, average Joes, who have deemed themselves gamers. They've self-proclaimed themselves as gamers that are stepping up to Microsoft's lime green door to say, hold on a second, buddy, are you really trying to acquire Activision Blizzard for $68 billion? 68.7, can't forget that chump change. That's still 0.7 of $1 billion. This article will be cited or sourced in the description below, as I do anytime I cover any news in the gaming community or industry, but let me just go ahead and summarize. 10 individuals that are self-described gamers are attempting to sue Microsoft to stop the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. It is not going to happen, even if you are in the right. I'm explaining this to you right now. I hate to be the one to tell you that crocodiles are ornery because of their medulla oblongata here, but 10 average Joes, even if they are backed by what is called a champion consumer, which is a public figure that is known for stepping up against companies in court during litigation processes for anti-consumer practices like this. These individuals don't have any kind of backing like that, and even with that support, I don't see them actually making any headway or progress stopping this acquisition. But here's the thing. In my opinion, Microsoft is being incredibly polite, incredibly delicate with this entire acquisition. Phil Spencer and the executives in Lime Green World have already promised, and when I say promise, it's not just a verbal contract, they'll put it ink on parchment, that there will be 10 years of Call of Duty support on the PlayStation platform. And even at which that point, we're talking a decade in the future, you'll most likely still be able to purchase a $70 or $80 disc game of Call of Duty, but most likely the multiplayer, traditional 6v6 team deathmatch, as well as any kind of a battle royale or large open map, will be free to play on all platforms and will be monetized through loot boxes and cosmetics in the store. As far as the story, zombies, co-op mode, anything that would be baked in but not multiplayer, that's going to be launchable day and date on Game Pass and then purchasable on disc or digital copy on PlayStation. That's incredibly generous considering Microsoft has invested $68.7 billion thus far. It's wrapped up in this acquisition. They're going to want to make back their money. Yes, I have pointed out in the past several examples showing that Microsoft is more pro-consumer and PlayStation has sported more pro-profit moves. However, Microsoft's still a company and still wants their Xbox division to rake in the green. Now, I mentioned Call of Duty because that is the entire franchise that is sparking this entire debate. Nobody's talking about Overwatch. Nobody's talking about Candy Crush, despite the fact that is the largest grossing mobile game, earning hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Nobody's talking about World of Warcraft. Everyone's talking about Call of Duty because it is the largest first-person shooter franchise and has been for over a decade. Battlefield or whatever other game you want to pull out of the hat trick can't even hold a stone to it as far as sales numbers. And it sells freakishly good on all platforms. PC, PlayStation, not Nintendo Switch because that Tegra CPU would melt on itself trying to push Call of Duty. I know Apex Legends has been ported to Switch. It also runs at like 14 frames per second, ultra low settings. I guess my stance or take on this entire acquisition from somebody that is completely non-biased. I own all the consoles. I've been playing them for years. I have no affiliation or affinity towards any of these companies. I personally don't think this acquisition is going to be stopped dead in its tracks. There has already been a ton of red tape, a ton of hoops that have been jumped through. United Kingdom's regulators, the FTC, and now these 10 cadets here, these 10 honorable cadets on their mission here. Sorry if it sounds like I'm belittling or degrading their mission, but they're not going to, it's not going to go anywhere. Microsoft is going to squish them in court, in my opinion. I'm throwing gamers in air quotes because every article that I read that's covering this news is pointing out the fact that these are self-proclaimed or self-diagnosed gamers. I'm pretty sure if you looked into the apartments, 6 out of these 10 individuals wouldn't have a console or any gaming paraphernalia laying about. They probably never even touched the plastic of a controller. And the true motives of these 10 individuals is unknown. I don't really think any real gamers are popping up off the couch, taking the time to put down their controller and go sue Microsoft. Unless they are just die-hard Sony fans and truly feel wronged and cannot see the bigger picture. But I thought it was interesting the wording of every journalist of every article I read was like, these gamers are taking it to Microsoft, or some self-diagnosed gamers want to F Microsoft in the A, or however they want to word it. And after reading all these articles, I just don't understand exactly what their argument is or what their key foundation that they're standing on. It's anti-consumer for Microsoft to buy AB, considering they'll have Call of Duty. They're going to provide 10 years of full support on the PlayStation console, which I think is generous considering they're spending almost $70 billion. And keep in mind, unbiased over here, if the Call of Duty franchise is that important to you, it'll still be playable to my understanding on the PlayStation console, or even if it was completely obliterated from Nintendo, PlayStation, and PC, which that'll never happen because there's no Xbox exclusives, they're Microsoft exclusives because it's on the Game Pass ecosystem, Windows 10 and 11 PCs, Xbox One and Series consoles. So those will launch on PC as well. And I know a lot of you gamers out there have a PS5 and a PC. No reason to really own an Xbox console because you got that powerful PC that's like 2 Xbox Series X's to run all your Xbox games, and then you got your PS5 exclusives in the living room. I know what you're doing. I see you there, gamer. Again, you'll still be able to buy Call of Duty. It just won't be free or included in your Game Pass subscription. And unfortunately, I just don't see this brigade of 10 men and women going very far in court. I won't cover any more major news about this acquisition unless it's something substantial, such as the deal's legit been shut down or it's finally gone through. You know, it's done. It's happened. Please drop in the comments section below, aka the stable for the Stallions and Stallionettes, your opinion of the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. That is quite a tongue twister. You know my thoughts. I've shared them all. It's going to happen. Not going to waste time or energy fighting it, but apparently 10 people are. If you enjoyed the video, liking it helps it to get seen by more gamers. This information will reach and assist them as well, which in turn helps me grow this little channel, which I do greatly appreciate. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover news in the gaming community and industry, tutorials helping you get set up streaming and YouTubing, as well as honest gaming product reviews, keyboards, mice, headsets, controllers, mics, chairs, etc. There are some hefty exclusive discount codes found only in the description of my videos and only for the audience here at Gamer Heaven. I have links to all my other platforms and socials in the description below. To get in touch with myself and the Stallions and Stallionettes of Gamer Heaven, join the community Discord and check me out at twitch.tv where I go live every other leap year on a blue moon if it falls into an odd calendar number and my pH balance is on point. Just kidding. Starting June, I'm going to be live streaming a lot. Thanks for watching. This has been AK40 Kevin hosting Gamer Heaven, and I'll see you tomorrow because I upload daily. All the time. 60% of the time. Sometimes. Most of the time. Peace.